It's time to go!
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Claude and the Bansta for this latest transfer news update. Hope you're all well on this sort of sunny, cloudy Tuesday afternoon. How you doing, Claude? Hope you're well, mate.
I've had better days, mate. I've had better days. Don't know. Let's get on with it.
I just want to thank everyone in the chat already. Loads of comments. Uncle Bunker, Arsenal Maniac, Connor, Patrick, Carter, James, Jake. Who else we got? Smart, Tom. Thank you, RR. Thank you all very much for coming over and watching us today. We really appreciate it every time you come and support us. Right, let's get on with it. The news, great news in my opinion, great news. And if this comes off, I'll be one of the happiest men, one of the happiest Arsenal fans that there is. And that is, Claude, that apparently our ex-fraud of a manager, just my opinion, obviously, Emery, looks like he's going to put a £30 million bid in for Guendouzi. What is your opinion on this?
How much? 30 million? Oh,
30 million.
Thank you, Unai. Unai is feeling a bit of sympathy for us at the moment, so he's giving us a bit of cash. Thank you very much, Unai. Yeah, I'll bite his hand off. In fact, I'll take him up the airport myself. Yeah.
Quick super chat here from Sane. How you doing, Sane? Hope you're well. We said, Claude, did you see Ian Wright said William is a good buy?
That's yeah. I'm not doubting he's a talented player. I'm not doubting. I think the contract was a bit long. All I'm doubting, he's a top player, but has he got the hunger, the drive to go on and be a success at Arsenal? We'll see. Time will tell. Saying, but thank you very much for the super chat, mate.
Yeah, no, listen, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not a big lover of Guendouzi. I don't see what a lot of Arsenal fans see in him. Obviously, like I've reiterated before on this channel, is that obviously when you go to the actual football matches, you don't actually see what is happening on behind the scenes, if you know what I mean. When you're watching it on Sky Sports or BT Sports, all you're doing is following the TV screen. Do you know what I mean? So as soon as the ball goes somewhere else, it expands off of that player. Guendouzi for me is very, very weak. He's very, very slow, and he's very, very poor at heading the ball. And if we want to have a great spine in our team, a great midfielder, this player will never be the player we need to fill that hole for Arsenal. If we want to carry on being this mediocre Arsenal team and finishing in 8th every season, then by all means, Arsenal fans, if you think he's going to be great, you carry on with him. But I, for one, am glad that we're getting rid of him. He's not the player that we need. And for 30 million, considering that we only bought him for 8 million, fantastic bit of Arsenal business there, I think, Claude.
Yeah, I mean, brilliant. I mean, if we get 30 million for him and if he does go to Villarreal altogether, Nitish, thank you very much. Is that our friend Nitish, our mate Nitish?
It is. It's our main...
the crazy gooner on there. He doesn't normally put the crazy gooner on it. Did you see? Oh, yeah. Did you see Paul Ince embarrass himself? What's that all about, Terry?
Yeah, what he done was they was talking about David Silva from Man City, Claude, at the time, saying that obviously he's left now, hasn't he? He's gone to where's he gone to? I can't think who he's gone to, but he's gone to someone else. And what they were saying was, should Man City put a statue outside the stadium of him? Because he's been a great servant for the club. He's been a fantastic player. And Paul Ince basically said, why should Man City put a statue of him outside when you look at the likes of Omri and Bergkamp that haven't got a statue outside the Arsenal stadium?
Well, who said that? No, he didn't say that.
He did. He said that live on BT. I'm sure it was BT Sport. He said that. He said, why on earth would they have a David Silva statue outside Man City Stadium when the likes of Henry and Bergkamp at Arsenal haven't got one outside their stadium. That is what he said.
Oh, obviously he hasn't been to the Emirates lately, has he? Or he hasn't even had a. Maybe he should have a chat with his mate a bit more, like Ian Wright, and probably put him straight. I can't believe he actually said that. As for a statue of Silver outside the Etihad, they want to put an Arteta statue at the Emirates. Why not? I mean, they might as well put one there as well. Yeah. The only thing with these statues, soon there won't be any room, will there? If you put all, but it's true. If you put all the players that you think are deserving of a statue, you wouldn't have any room, would you? You wouldn't even be able to walk into the ground, would you? To be honest,
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, I'm sure if we put the Adam statue in our defence on the Emirates pitch right now, he'd do a lot better than the defenders that we've got there.
Yeah, yeah, true. Could put Willie Young's statue there and it'd do better.
We've got another super chat here from Zane. He said we should use Guendouzi's money to buy defenders.
Well, yeah, we are getting one in, aren't we? Though I mean, that Gabriel is about to come in. That would be 30-odd million, wouldn't it? So
yeah,
so that solves that problem. But I don't know. But apparently he's negotiating with Napoli anyway. So as well. So we'll see if that comes off.
Apparently, just while we're on that sort of subject, Claude, apparently Napoli are in talks with Socrates.
Am I who? Nah.
Socrates. Yep.
This is too good to be true. Not only we're getting rid of Guendouzi, but someone actually wants to buy Socrates.
Yep. Apparently,
a football club want to buy him.
I've heard that Napoli and the team that he come from. Who did he come from? Socrates.
Oh, I think he came from Dortmund. Didn't he come from Dortmund? If I'm not mistaken, I'm not. Anyone in the chat, because I can't remember where he come from now. Do you know what? I mean, I'm forgetting a lot of things. I think I'm suffering from dementia or something like that. Because even this morning, I nearly left I left my bloody laptop in the cafe and walked out, and only realised when I got home that I didn't have it on me. So maybe it's me that's going.
You got it back, mate. Lucky you got it back. But I'm glad you have, because obviously we would have been in the same situation we was a couple of months ago. But there you go.
Oh, don't. I really don't know what's going on with me at the moment. I really don't.
There's a lot of things going on, mate. That's all it is.
My passport's gone missing. Other things. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know whether I don't know. Something's not right with me at the moment. Something's not right.
We've got another super chat from Zane. He said, Claude, after watching Maguire against Seville, he's worst signing ever. We should stop buying overrated English players.
Maguire, let's not judge him on one game. You know, it's a bit harsh. I mean, I heard people slaughtering Guardiola for bloody winning, and he's won 2 titles in the last 3 years. And they were, because he lost one game in the Champions League the other night, they were on his back. So it's a bit harsh to just have a game for it. Well, I thought that was Lindelof's fault, the goal, really, not his. The second goal, if that's what they're talking about, looked more like Lindelof. And actually, Bruno was actually having a go at Lindelof, wasn't he? So I don't think that would. Oh, we'll see.
Another super chat here from Zane. He said they are making a 40 Towers play, and Socrates is playing Manuel the waiter.
Yeah, I tell you what, they could make me bloody Manuel at the moment. The way I am carrying on.
Just breaking news, actually. About 15 minutes ago, Claude, we was talking about him the other day, and George Lewis has actually signed his professional contracts today, just a minute ago, and he will join our under-23 squad ahead of the new season. The 20-year-old winner
George Lewis.
George Lewis, mate.
I want bloody signings. That's not breaking news, is it? Well, that's not breaking news.
That's from Arsenal. So I'm just updating you. It's from Arsenal themselves. And he's just signed his professional contract. Chadwick said, rumour has it that Aubameyang won't sign a new deal unless they bring back his favourite mate, Cole Jenkinson.
On the Aubameyang, I think I mean he's gonna sign, but I do believe it's the reason he is signing it because I don't think no one else has come in, and because no one's really come in with an offer, have they? And you've not heard anyone come in for him, have they? That's probably his age because of his age as well. So
I don't know if it's about his age. Look, I don't know. I don't know why no one has come in for him. If that's the case, I mean, his goal record stands out for itself, and that's not going to dry up just because he's turned 30, 31 or 32. You know what I mean? I don't understand it. He's still going to be able to score goals. I'm sure next season he'll still be up there as one of the top goal scorers. So, as far as I'm concerned, it'd be great news.
Gio from last night. Good to see you last night on our members chat. Really enjoyed your listening to what you had to say. I don't think you'll be very happy this morning as your rivals thumped Shakhtar Donetsk last night. Was it 5-0?
Yeah,
and a hat trick for Lukaku. God, do you think United really actually miss him now? Do you think United are missing him? Lukaku with a hat trick, and he's going to be playing in the final.
Just goes to show you, did he down tools? Did he down tools under Jose Mourinho then? Did he down tools? Because obviously he's doing it at Inter. Why didn't he do it?
Hold on.
Manager.
Hold on.
Manager.
He is working under Mr. Conte in Italy. Yes, not Ollie.
Yeah, as we know, Claude, as we know from Gio last night himself, no one, obviously, if people didn't watch it because it was a member stream, Gio himself said he doesn't like Conte. He thinks he's a rubbish manager, and I tend to agree with him to a certain extent. But let's have a look what his super chat says. He says, Gattuso must be on the same stuff Maradona was on to want to buy Socrates. I can't believe that's Koulibaly's replacement.
Oh no! Gattuso's right. Don't say that. Don't jeopardise this bloody deal there.
If that's who he wants, that's who
Zane is on a wind up today, I think.
Claude, do you think we could get Messi? Well, apparently there's rumours that he wants to leave Barcelona.
Well, yeah. Well, it is. We are a retirement now, aren't we?
Listen, if that's where he wants to retire, then I'll be more than happy to accommodate Messi if he wants to retire at Arsenal. I don't know about you.
Listen, I mean, I don't think it's not going to happen, mate. What, 500 grand a week? I don't think so.
Well, we're giving Mesut Ozil 350 grand a week, so that's only a little bit more, mate.
That's 2 million a month. 2 million a month. What's that over? 24 million a year, isn't it? Is it 20? No, yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to work out. 25 million a year?
Yeah. Yep. They cheered up your movie.
George Lewis is a gunner. This is supposed to bring breaking news. George Lewis, man. That's not breaking news, is it? Come on. You know what? He'll be. Hey, I tell you what. I predict. This is what I predict. Right, with this signing, George Lewis. He'll go straight. Where's he going? Straight into the under-23 side.
Yeah, straight into the under-23.
How old is he?
22, I think. Hold up, I'll just get it up, mate.
22. Yeah, this is what I don't get it. I don't understand this. Hold on a minute.
19. Hold up. Let me just get it up because I want to be correct on it. It's just coming up now. George Lewis, he's 20-year-old winner.
20-year-old, right. So he's not even going into the first team squad at 20 years old, right?
Yeah.
This is a very, very strange sign. So he's going straight into the under-23 squad.
Yep. Straight into the under-23s, it's saying.
Right. And he's come from the 3rd division of Norway, yeah?
It says the 20-year-old winner who was born in Kilgally, Rwanda, moved to Norway as a child where he joined the youth.
Oh, you just said it. You just said it. Say no more. Say no more. No, that's something. That's it. T-shirt.
Do you know what?
It's a new T-shirt. There it is on your sleeve. There it is on your sleeve. I thought it was a bit bloody strange. I thought it was strange that someone has just come in, right, 20 years old, right? If he's got anything about him, he'd go in the first team squad at 20. No, he's not 17. Look, Martinelli's coming at 17. He's going in the first team squad. This guy's 20, and he's going into the under-23 squad. And I thought that's a bit bloody strange. And he's coming from the Norwegian 3rd division. Talk about help Rwanda. That's what it is all about, isn't it? You said it all. The minute you said Rwanda, I knew about the deal. You won't be seeing him. He'll be off to Gillingham in about 3 months' time on loan. There we go.
Gio, look, Gio, this is all right. This is great compliment here from Gio. He said George Lewis is the next bow, Claude and Terry.
Yeah.
What'd you say to that? What'd you say to that, Claude? If he does turn out to be the next bow, what would you say to that?
He's 20 years old, right? He's come from Norwegian 3rd division. There is a reason, and until you said that, I thought, well, that's a bit strange. That's a bit strange. And when you mention Rwanda, then just look on your shirt sleeve, and then you realise why he's signed. There we go. No more. Let's not talk about it anymore because it's not even breaking news. That's just that's a signing just to help the sponsors. Anyway, let's go. Let's not.
Same with the super chat. He said, "Did you see the scum got Joe Hart? They must be out of money and desperate. So they have got him, Zane. Have they? We reported this yesterday, Claude, that Joe Hart was going.
Yeah, but he's not first choice. Not first choice. He's just there as backup. I think maybe they're getting rid of the number 2 keeper. He's not a bad number 2, really. To be honest with you, he's still got it as number 2. It's not. You know what? To be honest with you, as a number 2, he's not a bad keeper to have. He's not at top level anymore, but to have him as a number 2 is not bad, I suppose.
Okay. Murray said Terry thoughts on Wenger to get the Holland national team manager to replace Ronald Koeman. Look, I mean, he did. To be honest, Wenger did say that when he left Arsenal, he wanted to go and manage. He wanted to manage England, didn't he? That's what he kept saying internationally. So if that comes available, maybe that will advertise him. I don't know. If he does, good luck to him. Do you know what I mean? I've got no problem with him going to get another elsewhere.
Maybe international football will suit him more than club football. He hasn't got buy players. He hasn't got. So it might suit. I'm not sure whether is he going to take the job up, because I think if Wenger goes back, he likes the day-to-day running of a football club, doesn't he? I'm not sure whether he will enjoy doing that. So we'll see. Uncle Bunker, who's this Uncle Bunker?
He says
got some funny people in this chat, mate.
He said, Claude and Terry, if you had the chance to support one, which would you choose, Everton or Liverpool?
They've both got great fans. They've both got very big traditional clubs from Liverpool. Both very passionate. And Everton fans are very passionate as well. And of course, they haven't seen the success Liverpool has seen, but their fans are on the same level. And I don't know really what to say about it. I don't know, to be honest with you. What's this from Zane?
Zane said, Claude, did you see Spurs are buying Bell but turning their stadium into a golf course to encourage him to join? I love that, Zane. That's really good. Because at the end of the day, he's been telling Sudan that he don't want to play for him because he wants to become a PGA to a golfer. So, you know what I mean? They're paying for his tuition, basically, paying for him to become a professional golfer. Why not? I don't know. I mean, that's another one that's on the Ozil level, don't you think, Claude?
Yeah, but I think with him, Zidane made it clear he weren't part of his plans a long, long time ago.
Well, yeah.
Snubbed him a lot. And I can understand. I can understand his frustration on that. You know what? I got a bit. I heard Turkish the other day on his finger with Ozil, going on about Ozil, and saying that not playing since the lockdown and all that. Do you know that weren't his decision? That was decision taken out of his hand because he didn't take the pay cut, mate. And people don't realise that. That's the reason. That's the reason he was dropped. Not for his football. It's because he didn't take the pay cut. Because how is it till the lockdown he was playing, and then suddenly he was dropped after the lockdown?
I mean, he weren't a big part, was he? Anyway, even before.
Yeah, but he wasn't completely ignored, was he? Like he was. I think there's something to do with that, not taking the pay cut.
Yeah, I mean, Sky Sports are reporting this. Ozil to see out the rest of his contract. He's basically come out and said that he wants to just stay put. That's what he wants. But the reason why I got this up and all is because it gives good reading for some interesting stats. Right now, if you look here, it says Mesut Ozil. Minutes played, assists, and goals. Right. So if you look at that, his time under Wenger since he come to Arsenal, he was averaging 12 assists a season, basically, and averaging 6 goals a season. That's basically 20 goals a season with his assists, right? Then you look at the 2 seasons under Emery, right? He's averaging 2 assists a game, a season, and 3 goals a season. Now, this is the difference when I was talking about Emery to Wenger to Arteta or whatever. We was playing so defensively. We was playing so differently. We was playing so negatively and so boring. This is the reason why. And if you go on every single player's stats, and if you go on the stats of Arsenal, because I used to read them out, right? The amount of shots that we was taking on goal, the amount of shots we weren't taking on goal, it was absolutely terrible and awful and sad, and seeing the way that we was going under Emery. And that just proves it there, Claude.
Yeah, and you've got to remember when you're talking about assists, though, what about the chances he creates that don't get put away?
Yeah, that's without all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not in there. It's not in there because assist is what leads to goals. What about the chances that were missed by players like Giroud and all that rubbish that we had? Yeah, I agree with you. I think we've gone more since Wenger has left. We have been a lot more. Although you say we've gone more defensive, we still conceded a lot of goals, but we are more negative than what we were under Wenger. Yeah, you're right. What's this about? What's Zane saying here?
Zane said, Claude, would you have liked to seen Zidane play in our league and under Wenger when he was a good manager?
Of course, yeah. I mean, it would have. I mean, you just got to look at the players that in the first 10 years that we had under Wenger. I think what the problem with Arsenal, I think he was a great manager with great players because how can I put it? He didn't have to tell them what to do. He didn't have to. Wenger had this. Wenger's philosophy was go out and play to what you can play. He said, "I never," and he even admitted, He never told the players how to play. He said he just let them get on with it and let them make their own mistakes. Whereas the other managers are more into instructing their players what they should be doing. When that wasn't Wenger. So what Wenger luxury he had when he was in a successful period was that he had players that knew what they were doing and just played to their strengths. So he didn't really have to do much coaching. But when he needed to do coaching, he came when he had different. How can I say it? Towards the end, he had certain players that needed coaching, and he didn't know what he was doing. He was found wanting. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. But everyone's got their own opinion. I mean, who am I? I'm only Claude. The one,
Legend.
everyone.
Claude the legend, don't forget. Claude
I'm only Claude who knows fuck all about football, and according to a lot of people. So it's just my opinion. You know what I mean? My opinion.
Sater said, Terry, do you think Arsenal needs a football director like Ralph Rangnick to make sure the club have a blueprint for employing managers to player recruitment and the youth setup? Lies it and Dortmund. Look, again, I'm old school, probably like Claude and most of the older people. I don't mean that in any disrespectful way, but I just think why are we making roles for loads of different people in the board when, you know, years ago only one person used to do all of that, and that was the manager. The manager used to run the team. Do you know what I mean? I don't understand why we need roles for this and roles for that and roles for everything else. You know what I mean? Just the manager. Surely you should go by your manager. That's why you employ a manager, because you want that man to be your manager of your team and to take you further and to win things. So
well, this is the problem. But we live in the world of the super agents now who dictate things as well. And if they don't get along with a certain manager, then it's very difficult to negotiate the deal. I know. I think Wenger had a really big problem with certain agents, and that's why we never got a lot of players in his time.
Yeah, no,
he wouldn't deal. The agent wouldn't deal with him. I think this goes back to when he made a big thing about the thing in France. Was it the big where the guy got arrested in France and he was behind getting this guy done? I don't know. Well, anyway, it all goes back to when he was in his time at Monaco.
Yeah.
Was it the Marseille? He was very boisterous about the Marseille president and all this, what was going on. And that meant a lot of agents fell out with him, and he found it he couldn't work the deals with him, and that's why maybe now we bring in certain people in to do that sort of job. I'm not a great fan of it, but then the agents have a lot of control now, and this is the problem, big problem.
Yeah. No, I mean, at the end of the day, let's be honest. Ditchy, I think. Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong, but he said Terry because it makes the manager's job easier. Well, as far as I'm concerned, you know, when you look back at Man United, Alex Ferguson was the man. He wanted the player. He would tell someone to go and get the job done and go and get that player, and they went and got that player. That's it. It's as simple and easy as that. It's the same, really, under David Dean. When we had David Dean, we had that one person. You know, the manager told David Dean, and he would go and sort it out. That's it. That's all you need, in my eyes. Do you know what I mean? You don't need someone.
But it was David Dean's son that got Fabregas out of this football club. So let's not forget that. So all these people are.
No, I'm not saying that. You know, all I'm saying is that, you know what I mean. You know, Ferguson said that he wanted a player. He told one person. That person went and got that player. That's it. It's as simple and easy as that. We didn't have to go through 3-4 different people to say, "Oh well, can we get him? Oh yeah, he looks good," and all that rubbish. Do you know what I mean? If Ferguson wanted him, and if an agent wouldn't work with Ferguson, do you think Ferguson would have went back to him? I don't think he would have done. He would have told him to ref off Ferguson, and that's the sort of manager. You know what I mean? If you're building a team and you can, like, if say for instance, like your Barcelona or Man City, Pep, you know what I mean, with the team that you've got at the moment, if an agent comes to you and says, you know, well, I want this and starts demanding, Pep, all he needs to do is say, look, you know who I am, you know, Man City, we can give you a lot of business. You either come to our agreement or we go elsewhere. It's as simple and easy as that.
One thing I will say about Ferguson, and I think, and I really rate it. I do really rate it. I think he was the greatest. But one thing I will say about Ferguson, when he with the Man United team, he had a great. Whoever was in charge of the youth system there, fuck the players that were brought in from that youth system.
Yeah.
All them players are coming, Giggs, Scholes, all the players, Beckham, all the players, Lee Sharp, all them young players that came through the academy and all that at Man United at the time. He got them all in at once. He had that batch all coming through. Which, if you look at Arsenal now, you don't see that, do you? You see what we have to get young players out from abroad. We're not getting anything coming from nothing really is coming out. Maybe Saka is one, but he had a load of them coming all at once.
Yeah.
Loads of them coming, and that built his side. That built his side for years to come, didn't it? So we didn't have that luxury. I mean, when Wenger took over, we had a good bunch. We had a really good bunch as well, but not so much young, but established players as well. The back four was established.
Yeah.
All he had to do was tinker with it a bit. So there's certain things that managers have had the run of the luck as well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, Gio said exactly the same thing. The Terry, only player Ferguson couldn't get was Maldini.
Yeah.
That's the only player he couldn't get. Well, and Shearer, wasn't it? And Shearer. He wanted Shearer. We tried on a couple of occasions, but Shearer didn't sign for Man United.
I think Shearer at the time, I might be wrong, but he wanted to go back to his hometown where he wanted to become a hero in his hometown. I think maybe with United it's a big challenge to go to the biggest club in England and to perform. It's pressure. That is big pressure. Whereas if you're going to Newcastle, the expectancy level is not as high, and you're a hometown boy. You're going to be received in great by the Newcastle fans. And that's the reason he went. He took the easy route, didn't he? It's like Letizia. Letizia never left Southampton.
Yeah,
he was comfortable at Southampton because he was there. He was a hero there, and when he left, he was a hero. You know what I'm saying? And he left as the hero. He didn't really want to push himself somewhere else and it go wrong. At least he knew at Southampton he would remain their number one player. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's certain. I'm starting to think that about Aubameyang as well, because Aubameyang, if he wants to push himself higher and go up, he would. But then I'm not so sure whether these other clubs have come in for him. But if they have, and he's just picked Arsenal, and I love him to stay. And don't get me wrong, I'm greedy. I want him to stay at Arsenal. But if I was him as a footballer in his shoes, is he really being that? Is he testing himself to go higher, or is he just settling for being the best club that's really, let's face it, is not going to really challenge him for the title in the next couple of years?
But the only thing I'd say to that is so what's your opinion then of someone like Steven Gerrard, who didn't win anything basically? But
well, you can't say that. He won the Champions League.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, the Champions League. But he could have gone on and won that every year. Really, let's be honest. If he went to someone like Real Madrid or Barcelona or United,
Liverpool is a whatever you say about
Liverpool is great.
It's still a great club, and it's still one of the biggest big three clubs, in England. What I'm trying to say, even Liverpool were a bit. You could say was a bit unlucky because they were very close to winning the title, and you could have said when he slipped over, so you could say he was a bit unlucky. So you can't really question his ambition there, because also he was threatened, wasn't he? Do you remember if he was about to sign for Chelsea, but he did get threatened? Remember? So maybe that was playing on his mind as well. So that's a difference.
What about Harry Kane then? Harry Kane,
yes, that's another one, and but he's actually. But remember, he's still young. I think he's only 25, only 26. And he has said that if Spurs do not challenge in the next year or so, that he'll be looking elsewhere. So he's hinted that. So he's not exactly going to stay there, is he? So it's not as if he still. You've got to remember, Harry Kane's about. Is he 25? How old is Harry Kane? 25, 26?
I'll have a look. Harry Kane. Harry Kane is 27. 27. So if he goes another season, he's 28. And even if they just push and get into the Champions League that year or whatever, he'd be 29 a season after. So when would you say it's time for him to move on, or he's getting more or less into the age of Aubameyang?
So how old did you say he was?
He's 27 now.
Still, that's his peak now. So he's got 1 year. 27 is around peak level, isn't it? Where certain players reach their peak.
Yeah.
I say one. I think he'd give Spurs 1 more year, and if he can't see them going forward, I think he will move. He's still got 3 years on Aubameyang, remember, hasn't he? 3, 4 years.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if he gives it another year, say for instance, he gives it another year next year.
If I see, I mean, if Spurs are not up there challenging or winning things, I can see him possibly looking to move this next season, not this season coming, the one after. Because then it's because so you got the Euros next year, haven't you? And then the season after that will be the World Cup. So I can see him making a move then.
Yeah. So saying, how did we end up with players like Mustafi, Pulisic, Kola, Xhaka, El Nini? None of them are technical or good passers or quick. So how can they play for Arsenal that loves possession and movement?
Well, you look at the Mustafi Wenger signing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was the other one?
You got Mustafi, Pulisic. That's what's his name? Gabriel.
Kolasinac was the Wenger signing as well, wasn't it?
I'm sure he was. Yeah, he's been there for more than 2 years, hasn't he? He's got.
Paulista was. I don't know. Paulista's not as like. Xhaka, all Wenger signings, yeah. So it doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
El Neni, don't ask me. But then there's people saying he had his hands tied, and that's why he had to get them players. Remember, Gazidis had a lot to do with this as well. It's not just about Arsene Wenger. It was on the Gazidis stat pad, wasn't it? The famous stat pad of Gazidis that these players were bought. So he has to take a lot of responsibility as well.
Moses says, is the Gabriel deal done, Claude?
I don't know. No, I'm not sure. I've not heard anything more. There's a lot of speculation going around. I think what I've heard last time I heard, the Napoli and Arsenal agreed with the clubs. It was then up to him. Put that back on it. Oh, Shabs, send Shabs a link. Will you come on, Shabs? Will you come on? If I send you a link, tell me if you want to come on, and I'll send you a link. What can I say? What was I say? He's put me off there. Oh dear.
Fred said, I hope we sign. I can't. Is it Ayura? Sell Guendouzi for like 40 and offer about 60 altogether. I mean, he does. I haven't seen a lot of him, to be honest, but he looks a great prospect again and all.
Now, what was I saying? I was saying about the Gabriel. Apparently, the two clubs, Napoli and Arsenal, have come to an agreement with the club. It's now up to the player to make his choice. So he's got to make the choice. So where he goes, he'll decide in the next few days. It's either London, the bright side of London, or Napoli. Napoli's a beautiful place as well. So anyway.
Yeah, I think it's personally done. It's just Arsenal doing their what they do all the time and just waiting and waiting. I mean, look at the Aubameyang deal. I mean, it's ridiculous how long this is going on for now. I mean, it was 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? It was more or less announced 2 weeks ago that he more or less signed the thing. And what are we waiting for? I just don't understand it. Why is it only Arsenal that do it? I mean, when you look at City,
no, it's propaganda. It's all rubbish, man. He's signed. It's just they want to make a big fanfare of it all. It's all bullshit. You're talking about the Aubameyang now, yeah?
Well, I'm talking about any transfer, to be honest. You look at City, they get linked with a player on one day. And
no. I thought you were talking about Aubameyang. But a lot of these other deals, right? Well, they're not. There's a lot of complications. It's not like the old days. You've got so many people involved. You've got the agent involved. He's cut of the money. What he's going to get out of the deal. There's so many different angles on a deal now that. You know, it's not like the old days where you want to sign, you sign there. It's not. The agents involved. Everything is so much involved. A lot of these deals take months and months, believe it or not, to get done. It's not as simple as that. But we'll see. I mean, with the Aubameyang, it's just a big fanfare, mate. It's just a bit of they want to get the right time so they can do all the flash photography and all the fucking crap. You know, I'm saying it's all bullshit, really. I mean, we all know. Everyone knows. I told you when he signed. I told you on when I was at AFTV. I told you when he signed months ago that he signed, that the deal was signed. No one wanted to listen. I told you the deal was signed. It's all bullshit. Let me tell you that now. It will be announced. It will be probably. I'll tell you where it'll probably be announced when the fixtures come out, the day the fixtures come out, which is Friday, by the way, I hear. But according to a lot of people, it's been leaked that we're playing Man United. So if we are playing Man United, we will not be playing the first game of the season because Manchester United and Manchester City are allowed another week's rest, so their games will be postponed. So here we go.
Arsenal Maniac agrees with me. He says big clubs don't take months and months. Terry is right. I truly believe that if you want a player, you go and pay the money. It's like anything. You go and pay for the asking price, or if it's a little bit of negotiations, that's it. It's done. You either buy it or you don't buy it. You get it done, sorted, out of the way. I don't understand why Arsenal always wait till last minute. We do it every single year. Like I said, City. No one knew that they was going to buy. What's the defender they just bought from Bournemouth?
Yeah.
What's his name? I can't think.
Fanaki. And even that's a gamble. That's a bit of a gamble because I think he's a bit of a rash player. He can be rash at times. And I mean, if he's so good, why did they get relegated as well?
I totally agree with you. I don't think it's a.
I think it's a gamble. I think it's a gamble. I'm sorry. To be honest with you, it's not many that it's very, very difficult now in this day and age to find the right centre half. It's very, very difficult. They're very hard. It's like trying to buy a striker now. It's very, very difficult to get that right one at the right price. I tell you.
Kuram, what a great question. Really good question. He said, let's say we get Willian, Partey, Gabriel, Coutinho on loan and extend Uber and Tobias contracts. How would you guys rate this window?
Yeah, that'd be a good window. I mean, even Ceballos now, no one knows what's going on with that one, do they yet?
Yeah.
I think that's important. I think that's more important to get over the line than anything because if we don't get him over the line, then we have a problem where we need to go out and buy someone. Because he was so important. He was such an important part of our towards the end of the season last season. So that's another one we need to get over the line.
I mean, for me, just quickly before I come to this, that would be for me an absolute fantastic window, considering the last sort of 2 years that we've been under. Very depressing, very disappointing. I wasn't behind the manager because I didn't agree with what he was doing. I'm actually excited with the manager that we've got now. He's young, he's enthusiastic, he seems to be getting the team working. And if we get all these players that we're linked to and what you just said, I think that'd be absolutely fantastic. And going into the new season, how exciting would that be? For me, I'll be well excited for that because they're great players. They're all great players, great additions, and they're not just like B-Tech style players.
Yeah, it's exciting. They've got to settle into the pattern of play, what Arteta wants them to do, settle into his way of thinking. Yeah, they're right. It is exciting times. It is if we can get those players over the line, but it's a big if.
Yeah.
Big if.
Humble beginnings. Thank you very much for asking this question. He said, how many subs away from 25?
70 odd, and we're about 70 odd, I think.
No. We are 56. 56 people away now. From 25k on YouTube. It'd be a magnificent achievement. And it'd be the road to 30k. So thank you very much for asking that question. We are 56 people away from reaching 25k. So anyone that is not subscribed to our channel on YouTube, please go and hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything and it helps us grow our channel. What we got here? A couple of others before we wrap up. Claude Williams saying, Claude, would you take Ramsey back?
Not in a million years. Don't get me started on that. No chance. Absolutely no chance. We got to move forward. This club's got to start moving forward. It's just going backwards, mate. We start getting players like that back. We've got to move forward. Move forward.
Yeah. What else we got? Degenerate says Koulibaly, Claude.
Not for me. I've seen him a few times in the last few weeks. Nah, not for me, mate.
No,
up in Meccano, yeah, but not Koulibaly, no.
What else we got? Aditch says apparently Cole Jenkinson is looking forward to a return to Arsenal. Thoughts?
Yeah. Well, AFTV, you mean? He'd get a place in the AFTV FC team,
yeah. Fantasy Premier League tips and tricks says, will Coutinho come, Claude?
I don't think he will. I don't think that will come off now.
No.
I wouldn't be surprised if Munich keep him on for another season. And to be honest with you, I'm watching Barcelona the other night. I think he'd have been better. He could have done a lot better than what they had out there like the other night, I tell you. I can't see it. No, I can't see it.
Can't see it? Okay. What else we got?
Well, no, I can't see it because I don't think Barcelona will loan him out again. I think they want money up front now. And I don't think Arsenal will pay 70-odd million, to be honest with you. And I think that's one of the reasons why Real's left, because the money's not there to spend. That's only what I believe in. That's my opinion. I don't believe it's anything else but that. I think there's something more to meet the eye. I think he's been told that there's no real money to get the players he wants, and I think that's why he's decided to leave. Because that COVID statement, when he said, "Oh, it's down to COVID," what means that there's no money about it. I think that if you read between the lines, is that there's a lack of money at the club, and that's why he left. I don't all this, and even Arsenal now are saying it's. I heard something about the Arsenal saying they're not happy with that statement, that the thing that come out about the money going missing. So there we go. So I think but But then it's their own fault because they're not open about it. They don't open up until to people what's going on. So people are going to start speculating, aren't they? That's the problem.
No, you're right. What we got here? CG saying, I joined late today. What did I miss? What do you think of the under 23 signing as a free agent after leaving Huddersfield? Don't know much about him. Yeah, we're signing a player that's a young player that's been released by Huddersfield, and also we're signing a young central defender that Tottenham have just released for the under 23s. So I don't know their names, but I have seen a little bit about them. What do you think of that, Claude? Anything?
The other 23 signing or as a free agent after leaving Huddersfield. Don't know much about him, but I heard something about that. Yes, I heard something like that. That some Huddersfield player was coming straight over to Arsenal.
Yeah, he was released by Huddersfield.
And they were showing clips of him winning the ball, really strong ball winner. I wonder if that could be true. You know, I mean, no, I have to see. I heard something like that. I saw that on Twitter yesterday, but I didn't take much notice of it. But we'll see. We'll see. Go on.
Arsenal Maniac said, pay them the money and get part A with all the hype. He is not worth 45 million. Maguire cost 80 million.
Well, I mean, he's saying pay the money and get part of all the hype. Is he not? Oh, right. Is he not worth? Yeah, I see what I thought. He's not worth. Sorry, I wonder if he's contradicting himself there. Yeah, exactly. It's half of what Maguire cost, but I don't know. I think we're being a bit harsh on Maguire. Anyway, we'll see.
Jake, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. We said, Terry, what's this football app that you are using? Can you explain it, please? Yes, I can, mate, and thank you for bringing it up. It's in the chat now. It's Flick. It's an app that you can go and download. And it's basically a group app that we can all interact all day, every day about any topics. So please, everyone, there's the link.
And I heard that you can even find a date on there. It's a dating app as well, isn't it?
I don't know. You tell me, Claude.
Well, I don't know. This is what I'm hearing. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll be able to interact on there all day, every day. And also yourselves will be able to interact with each other on there. At the moment, we've just literally set it up. So there's only a couple of groups on there at the minute, or a couple of topics. One is for transfer rumours or any whispers that you've heard. You can put them on there and we can all discuss it between ourselves. There's a welcome page on there so you can introduce yourself on there. But we will be putting all topics up all during the days, and everyone can interact with each other. So it'd be great if everyone can go and follow us with the link that's in the comments now. So please go over and do that. Thank you, Carter. See you on Flick, guys. Thanks very much, mate. Sonky says, favourite Arsenal player ever, Claude?
My favourite player ever. My favourite player is always going to be Rocky Rocastle. That's my favourite ever player. Love Rocky. Love Rocky.
I think Rocky and all. I think Rocky was a fantastic player, and it's a shame we haven't got someone like him now in our midfield, because he'd be brilliant as a captain, and he'd definitely push us forward.
Yeah.
I think that's about it for today, Claude.
Yeah, that's all. I don't think there's much else we can go over. George Lewis is the only real major signing in. I'm sure he will get everyone off their seat in the under 23s. But apart from that, there's nothing happening. We all know Aubameyang is signing. It's just I don't know why people are even getting their knickers in the twist over it. Some people on social media, God, everyone knows he's going to sign, and but we don't. That's not the only one we need, really, because otherwise, if he just signs, it's just going to be the same as last season, isn't it? To be honest with you, exactly. But we'll see. We'll see with any more developments. What troubles me, as I said, Raul has left the building, and blame COVID on COVID-19. And what I read into that is that because of COVID-19, there's not that much money to spend. So read into what you want. That's how I see it. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. The trouble with our fans is that they read into this money going missing and all this carry on without any sort of evidence. I mean, they hang me without any evidence, didn't they? So God help Raul as well. So there we go. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah. No, like I said, you know, as soon as there's any transfer updates or signings, obviously we'll bring it to you straight away. If not, we'll be back again more or less the same time tomorrow for another transfer update. We'll be doing the Europa League final watch-along on Friday. We'll be doing the Champions League watch-along on Sunday. Maybe, just maybe, we might be doing live watch-along for the boxing on Saturday. So we've got a few things lined up that will be advertised very shortly. Like I said, if everyone can go over and start following us on Flick, we can all interact with each other on there with all different topics. And we can, like I said, all day, every day, interact with each other. So that'd be great. You can interact with, obviously, me, myself, Claude and Diesel. That'd be fantastic. And watch out for a load of stuff we've got coming up. So thank you very much for watching us. Hopefully by the end of the week, we'll have Aubameyang signed, Gabriel signed, Partey signed, Sabaya signed. Anyone else I forgot there, Claude?
No, not really. George Lewis?
He's already signed. He's already done it, mate. He's already done it. He's here.
Oh.
And William, of course. And William's already here. So thank you very much, everyone. Really appreciate it. And
yeah, no, as I said, we have to be patient. Hopefully that these things will get done. How long to go? Not just over 3 weeks, isn't it, to the football season?
Yeah, 3 weeks. Not this weekend, but next weekend is the Community Shield, Charity Shield, whatever you call it nowadays. Arsenal against Liverpool. Looking forward to that one. Hopefully we'll have most of our players ready to play in that game to get a look at them too before the new season.
I wonder if George Lewis are playing that.
You never know. You never know, mate.
You couldn't make it up, could you? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Thanks. Let's just leave it at that, and hopefully, are we back tonight?
We might be. What is there? Yeah, we can do one tonight. We'll do a show. We'll try and get a few people on, and we'll advertise it later.
Yeah, I think it's a big game tonight, isn't it? I mean, Champions League semi-final, so I think we'll cover that tonight. 7:45, back again, as troops would say, back again. 7:45. What do you reckon?
Sounds good. See everyone then.
Back 7:45 tonight with a watch along. And are we going to get an all-German final, or are we going to get an all-French final? I wonder. We'll see.
Find out tonight. See you later on.